Hello everybody, Mr. Mike here. You are listening to the GamezAttack podcast here on OldFreakyGamer.com. This is episode 27, The Sick Game.
Looks like you're fucked.
Yep.
I'm an equal opportunity.
Why? Hello. I'm going to end that now. Oh boy. What's up everybody? As you can tell, you can see by, if you're watching the video portion of this, got the little sick computer and guy there. I'm sick. Just recovering from the flu over the weekend. And boy, was it a horrible experience. I think COVID was better than the flu this time. But you know what? I got through it. I'm still a little, itchy throat and stuff like that. I'm actually recording this early. So, because I'm actually off of work today, I'm going to go back in tomorrow because I am feeling a bit better now. But I just don't want to be contagious to anybody else. So, made sure to take as much time as I can so I don't have to get anybody else sick, unlike what happened to me when some of my people at the job got me sick, probably because they were all hacking, coughing, stuff like that. So excuse me for my nasally drone and stuff. Excuse me for anything like that. I might have to pause this many times to take a breather break. But yeah, basically coming off of being ill and stuff like that. And I said, you know what, Mr. Mike, if you're home doing jack shit. Well, I did stuff today. I cleaned the house, did early grocery shop and stuff like that. But otherwise, most of the weekend, I tried to do some stuff. But because I was so ill, I was like just really not capable of doing much. Even video games, I tried. I did play a bit of some games, but it was far and few between. And but that's okay because, you know what? Getting better and healthier is the number one concern. Playing video games is number two. And that's a hard thing to say from someone like me that's a gamer through and through. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So I decided, why not do the podcast early? Why not get this episode done early? Because this weekend I do plan on doing some other stuff with hopefully some gaming on the top of it. But I want to get some other projects done around the house. It's going to be nicer out, so I wanted to try to do some of that stuff. So all in all, even though I just paused, you didn't know, had to put in some nasal blockers and stuff in my nose because, oh boy, you don't want to hear the icky parts. So I'm not going to tell you the icky parts, but I wanted to get this podcast done early because I am doing some stuff over the weekend, hopefully. As the weather is concerned, it's supposed to rain all weekend, but let's see here. Saturday. Well, this week it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be thunderstorms Thursday, 80% chance of storms Friday, Saturday 60%, and then Sunday 30% chance of rain showers. Of course, But that's a if. That's a iffy. But I still plan on doing some other stuff around the house. Maybe do some maybe potential front yard work and whatnot. It's because it's warmer out, because it's going to be warm all week going into the weekend. And hopefully this is a trend for it to get warm for the rest of the time, because it's going to be like high 60s all through the week. Maybe Saturday it's going to go down to 52, but it's going right back up to the high 60s again. And, today, as I'm recording this on Tuesday, it is actually 70s, supposed to be high 70s. Right now it says 74. In my office here, it says about 70 degrees. So it still feels a little chilly, though. I don't know if it's just me being a little sick or whatever still, but I'm still feeling a light chill. But, I got the sun coming through the windows. I got the windows open so that fresh air gets pumped into this house, and in with the good air, out with the bad, musty winter old air. Let the house breathe a little bit, kind of stuff going on here, which is good because you want the house to breathe once in a while. You want to open up those windows and doors and let the fresh air and sunshine in, just to help out the house, because you don't want it smelling musty and shit. Anyways, yes, tried to play some video games. Got a few video games on my list here that I played. Tried doing some other stuff. I did a little bit of house stuff today. Like I said, did some grocery shopping, but all in all, it was really, really difficult. I couldn't do nothing. I just laid there most of the weekend, couldn't even watch TV. My eyes were actually like at one point burning. They were like on fire. They were like, pressure fire. Sorry, I cannot even open my eyes. So I just listened to the TV or something. And I'm lying on the couch as I am getting hot and cold at the same time and sweating. And the flu really sucks. Plus all the other stuff that happens during the flu that I'm not going to get into. But like I said, you can just imagine. And when I had COVID, the worst thing I had was a sore throat. For being the flu, you get everything, including the sore throat. Like I said, the COVID was a lot leaner on me. Sure, I had some issues, and sure, I was getting a little hot and stuff, and had the semi-sore throat, but otherwise, I was not too bad compared to this. Flu sucks. And no, I did not get no flu shots, but you know what? I made it through it. I'm feeling a lot better after Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days in. 5 days, it's supposed to be even better. Tomorrow I'm hoping to be even better. So, can't go wrong. Usually a flu could last over a week. I used to have really, really bad flus. This one was a semi-bad flu, but I take what I could get. I'm still young. Got to get those antibodies raring to go, especially when it heats up outside. I'll be outside more, not indoors with other people that are sick and whatnot. So hopefully that will help a bit, because everybody else is always sick with kids and all that stuff. So, and even though I try to stay out of their ways, that stuff travels through there. You get sick. You know what else travels? Video games. Oh, I do love the video games. And like I said, I tried playing some video games. Since the other week to now, the future, played some video games. So here are the video games that I played in the past weeks, folks.
The games that have been played in the past week.
That's a good game.
Enjoy your gaming.
Yep. Had to take a swig of water to get my myself back in order there. So the games I played through the past weeks, we're just going to get through them. You already know them. I'll talk a brief about each game. The first one being Evil West, which I actually did a live stream for on OldFreakyGamer.com's, or if you go to youtube.com/OldFreakyGamer or twitch.tv/OldFreakyGamer. You could have seen my live Evil West stream on GameOn, which I'm back to doing at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays. Evil West was the last Friday one. You can watch that again after the fact on OldFreakyGamer.com or YouTube.com if you want. Go to OldFreakyGamer. You can see that. It's a great game. It's on Game Pass right now. I've been playing on the PC and the ROG Ally. But currently, I just only have been playing on the PC. I'm going to hopefully get into some of that today, a little bit later today, and maybe I'll try to play some Evil West on my ROG Ally and stuff. Because, when I give my PC a rest sometimes, save the electricity bill, because the electricity bill goes way high when I use it all the time. So, I want to give that a rest a little bit, but it's been fun. It's a fun game. I always say it's a Doom-like game. It has Doom-like feels to it with a little bit of Gears of War look and feel to it in the Wild West, and you're facing vampires and monsters and creatures. Oh my, it looks great, it plays great. The only thing that really sucks about the game is that you can't make your own manual saves. It only does its own auto-saving, and sometimes you got to make sure that autosave goes through, and you got to wait. When you want to clock out, it'll tell you the time of when it autosaved and how many minutes or seconds before the last time it autosaved, and that is bullshit. Games nowadays should not just autosave, and there's still a lot of games that come out where they say, nah, you can't do a manual save, nah, you gotta let us do a manual save. We don't want you to do a physical save. And I go, what year are we in, people? I know you're trying to make the game like more, I don't know, length or toughness. I don't know what kind of kooky idea they think that makes the game more fun or interesting or more you get into it by letting them do the save. There's no real reason on why they can't let a person like me or you save or save scum or something like that. What does that hurt them? Why does that hurt them? Is this going up in a competition or something? Is this going up online, a leaderboard or something? What is this? Why am I so worried about if I want to save at a certain point in your game? I should be allowed to save anywhere, right? Right, but no. Not according to them. I cannot save anywhere and everywhere. So I gotta say this. What do people think of when they do this? I think they do this in Dragon's Dogma 2 or something. I don't think you're allowed to make manual saves, or if you can only make one save or something, or else you gotta redo your character, something weird like that. It's some weird save system. But this game does one of those egregious parts of, we'll automatically save for you. You're not allowed to manually save. Doesn't matter if you're on PC or what. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's the only thing. And sometimes it fucks you over if you don't pay attention. And usually I have to make sure I pay attention of when I do it or when it does it, so I could go, okay, we're starting the level. Let's see if it'll automatically save for me. Okay, it did. So I'm going to clear out of here. Did that save take? What's going on? A lot of questions. Otherwise, Evil West, a great game. The only problem, and I'm going to say this to anybody that makes a game now or in the future, do not put in automatic saving if you do not intend to let people manual save. Because it's bullshit. In today's day and age, let me, the player, decide if I want to manually save my game. Thank you. Unless if it's a massively multiplayer online game, like an MMO or something like that, then sure, there should be like special save spots or autosave or something so somebody doesn't try to scam the system. But if it's a single player game and it only affects me, the player, I should be able to save wherever I want, anytime I want, without any hesitation. Thank you. That's all I got to say. Like I said, otherwise, Evil West, definitely a try game. It's not worth $50, $60 probably, but it's damn good. It's a damn good game. Like I said, if it was like a $40 game or something. Well, now it's on sale, like I said, on Game Pass. And I guess Steam has it on sale really cheap as well. That's what I heard the last time around. But hey, Game Pass, it's free. You can blow through this game eventually. I'm pretty far into the game. I bet I'll be able to complete this game in no time if I just focus on it. But, got stuff to do and got a little cold to do here. Hold on 1 second again. Try to clear the throat. Like I said, excuse me for the gargly throat. Just something that goes on. But like I said, if I wanted to record this podcast a little later, I don't know if I would have the time this weekend. Got a lot of stuff going on. And I didn't want to miss a podcast for you guys. Got a lot of great stuff here. So the second game that I've been really having fun of, because I really loved Vampire Survivors, but I'm not saying I beat all of Vampire Survivors. You know, I got a little, not semi-bored. I got a little Vampire Survivored out right now because it's just the same stuff. Brotato I was playing a lot of, but I'll get back into Brotato some more because that's fun. But Army of Ruin, an Vampire Survivors like game with magical creatures and your wizards and warlocks kind of stuff going on and other creatures. That is pretty colorful. It's pretty fun. It's not as super fast. It's not fast paced like Vampire Survivors or anything else. It's more of a slow paced run around stick shooter or whatever you want to consider it, calling it. And it's got a lot of stuff going on with it, with its upgrades, its lore, how many places you could go to, unlocking characters, upgrading stuff. Has a lot of the same ideas and stuff that was built upon from Vampire Survivors into Army of Ruin. And it looks really good as a game. It's a really good game. Currently, like I said, the only bummer about it is I could get it only on Xbox for Series X. I think they have a Steam version, but because I want achievements, I opted in for the Series X edition. And basically, it's a fun game. It's Vampire Survivors-like. It's very colorful. I've been jumping in and out of that, collecting a few achievements here and there. And it's just interesting, an interesting way of how they have you advance in the game and how each character dies and how powerful your character gets as you keep upgrading them and collecting different resources and jewels and stuff that you're collecting and upgrading your powers and stuff during the gameplay. It's really unique. Army of Ruin is a really unique game. And that's been another game I've been playing during my sick time a little bit and during my normal time. Another game that I've been playing a lot of. This one I probably played the most of on the couch on my ROG Ally. Also, I've been playing a little bit on PC, but mostly the ROG Ally, which is perfect for it. No More Heroes 3, I consider it my like Duke Nukem kind of a game. It's rude, crude. You got your bead katana and Travis Touchdown and his, I guess, woman Sylvia. I don't know if she's his wife. He says she's his wife, but sometimes I'm seeing it like in... Because I never played the first No More Heroes games. I got to get to them. I have them. I just haven't played them. And in the first No More Heroes games, I think she was his girlfriend or whatever. And now she's his wife, whatever. I think they have a kid or something. I don't know. That's what I hear. That's in the lore. I don't know. But fun, stupid, a fun to go to slash and bash kind of game, back and forth, do a few side missions and quests like that. And then... basically, eventually I'll beat the game because I'm pretty close. I think I'm like 3 bosses away. I just defeated that last boss, that Adrian boss, where that squid-like character just goes, Adrian! And just beams a stupid laser all over the place, and that one was a pain in my ass. You will be able to see that on a Let's Play. Already, if you're listening to this, it's already up. I put up as a Let's Play on Wednesday of last week, or this week as I'm recording this, which is tomorrow for me, but in the future, when you're watching and listening to this, that was in the past. So on Wednesday, I have my No More Heroes 3 Let's Play where you get to watch me complain about Adrian! Yes. And I know a lot of people fell off of No More Heroes 3 and they thought it was probably the weakest of the series. I know the series started off on the Wii, which hence the beat katana when you use the Wii mode to jack off. But all in all, I thought No More Heroes 3 was great because I beat it the first time on Xbox. I played it once already, beat it. When I found out you could get all new achievements on the PC version, I'm like, fuck it. I'll go back in and have some more fun. I did some more, and like I always do, I do a little extra side missions and stuff, see what I missed the last time around, have some fun. And because I'm not paying for it, it's like, hey, a Game Pass game and all, because it is also a Game Pass game. So Evil West is a Game Pass game. No More Heroes 3 is a Game Pass game. Army of Ruin, not a Game Pass game. But No More Heroes 3, a great Game Pass game if you want to play it on Xbox or PC or a Rogue Ally or something. Definitely highly recommend going, seeing that stupid lore. Pretty interesting on how they make fun of themselves and video games and everything else. And I always wondered, hoped that they would make a No More Heroes 4. I don't think that'll happen, but if it did, I know it'll be a long time away before they do it, because that's what they said, or the creator said it was going to be a long time from now before he made the fourth one. He wanted to wait a certain amount of time before he made it, because he's, I guess, crazy. I don't know. But yeah, get your No More Heroes 3, and I'm sure it's also cheap on sale as well if you want to get it, but plays beautifully on the PC, amazingly on the Rogue Ally. Definitely stuff that I should be doing. I should do my Rogue Ally gamings, but I haven't started those yet. Who knows if I ever will, because it's just been, I just got to find time, and I don't have time. And you think I would have time when I'm sick, but no. No. Even though I beat Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I've been still playing it on the Rogue Ally, just in Dondoko Island, which is my Animal Crossing. So I'm still continuing on playing that game with only Dondoko Island, my Dondoko Island saves, and I think I'm on the 3rd star already of my island. Once I get up to 5 stars and I complete the main part of it or something, I'm probably going to be done with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth altogether. I'm not going to do any more Sujimon stuff. I just never cared about it as much as other people have. I know a lot of other people speak very highly on it. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I understand the whole concept. I get the whole Pokemon-esque thing of it. I just don't care about Sujimon. I'm probably the only one. No, don't really care. But that Dondoku Island, that is fun shit. That is really fun shit. And I will play that to then. And then, like I said, when that's all said and done, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth will be out of my life. For good, unfortunately. Well, I can always download it again and play it. It doesn't matter. I own it digitally. But it plays amazingly well on a Rogue Ally. Ace's Rogue Ally, still my number one handheld of choice. Even though people say they love the Steam Deck, good for Steam games and stuff. PC games, a little harder, okay. The other decks out there, the other Windows-based PC gaming handhelds, I hear are not as good, even as close as the Rogue Ally. That can be understandable. Asus did a lot to keep that Rogue Ally really good. I think they did a good, decent first try on a gaming PC handheld. Even though there's outliers out there that say they hated the thing to death, that it felt like shit, it played like shit, the whole Asus ROG Ally interface was shit and stuff, and they returned it within the first week, if they even barely touched it at all, which at that time, what I got out of them, they didn't really touch it that much at all. I kept it. I updated it. I played it around with it. I learned it. And right now, it is a fun gaming machine. I can boot it up, unload it to the games really fast and easy. And it's just a fun way to play PC games and all sorts of games and Game Pass games on the go. I played a bit of that ROG Ally before when I was out getting my car done. I was out at the shop. I didn't use the Wi-Fi or anything, and it played games very well over at the repair shop. I was very happy with that. And I didn't even have internet with it, and it played games very well on it. And when I got my front deck porch awning up and everything's up and running, I'm going to sit out there outside, sit on my couch, lay on my couch, play some ROG Ally out there because it's beautiful to play outside because you can turn up the brightness settings and play like a champ. So, I know I keep saying that, but hey, ROG Ally is my shit. What can I say? I love that little thing. It's my Xbox Portable to go, folks. And finally, the final game that I was playing just a bit of because I needed some video footage, raw video footage for the starter for this Friday, which to you guys listening and watching this is in the past yet, but this upcoming Friday that I'm speaking about now, in the past 3-ish days for you guys, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. As I am talking about this, I will be playing it Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. For you guys, that's already happened, so you can watch the aftermath on my replay episode. But I wanted to play some for the raw footage, plus I wanted to play some in general, so I played myself about a half hour. I got into Star Wars Battlefront, the Classic Collection, and I don't get why people complain about it so much. I'm just playing, sure, the skirmish, and I wasn't playing online or anything, but I was having a blast just with the 30 minutes I played of it. And like I said, Friday, after this is out already, you guys will be... I'll be playing online, and you guys can watch this after the fact of how it felt like when I played this online again. Like I said, the first time I played this online, it worked well for me. And I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X, so maybe the Xbox servers are a little bit better than the PC side of the servers, but I had no problems playing it, and I was playing it just the skirmish, loads quick, plays nicely. Oh, I'm just blasting away. I think I'm doing better because I don't know if it's the graphics or the gameplay feel or whatnot. I know they didn't really do too much to upgrade or update the games, but to me, it looks better. I don't know. It could just be my old man eyes. I should bring out the original copies of this or something, but could just be my old man eyes or something. But I really felt like this this game looks really good. These Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection games, and just playing in them, I felt like I can play better now than I used to back in the day. And it's slower paced too, not like these games now where you're going so quick and everybody's running around you and shooting you. For someone old like me with slower hands and stuff like that, and to shoot the controls and stuff, it was a lot easier for me to go, find, shoot, aim, shoot, boom, 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 run around, jump around. I felt really good, and a lot of other people said this Classic Collection of the Star Wars Battlefront was a bunch of bullshit and everybody's hating on it. And I'm like, I can understand hating on the Tomb Raider collection, remastered collection, which they said they remastered, which they kind of did, but it was totally broken at the launch. And all the apologists out there said, oh, we like the Tomb Raider remastered collection. Oh, it's still good. I didn't hear no negativity really on that stuff. Even though I was fully negative, I wanted a refund, which I didn't get, by the way, which I should have. But digital return policies, I got to tell you guys, are bullshit. Bullshit. But anywho, I tried to return it. Everybody else loved Lara Croft Tomb Raider 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3, right? Yeah, the remastered collection. I thought that was garbage. I didn't play it ever since. I'm afraid to play it. Even though they did update it a bunch, I guess, till now, I'm still afraid to go back and try to play it. But Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, I find it very, very playable, very fun. I have no problems with it at all. So I'm just wondering why all the hate for that and not as much hate for Lara, if you want to say it that way. Maybe, like I said, I could be an outlier. I admit that. Maybe my way of thinking about how games should be and how games should look and play and stuff are completely different out there than everybody else. You know, I'm more forgiving on games with a little bit of glitchiness and stuff, but when they're completely broken, hot garbage, and then you got this game where they wanted to keep the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection to the best of its ability to be the most original ever, and they add a few little extra stuff like Jabba's Palace and stuff like that, which, by the way, Jabba's Palace is kick-ass, buddy. Get to shoot and kill people in front of Jabba. I love that. I find that to be a great game, and everybody hates on it. Don't know why. Even though I went into the multiplayer online played a bunch of it. Didn't really have any problems. Sure, it did do the crash thing once or twice, and it wasn't really a big deal. But otherwise, I got to play through whole matches and stuff. Never had any problems with it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm special, I guess. I must have that special gaming touch where it's like, games that people think are crap, I like. And other games that people do like, I think are crap. I don't know. I'm probably flip-flop, opposite day. I don't know. But all in all, those were the games that I got to play throughout the week. And like I said, upcoming, which is after what you guys, or already happened after you guys are watching this and listening to this now, my Friday stream, last Friday stream of Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection on the Series X, which I will be doing as a stream. And you know what? I'm just thinking right now, because I haven't gotten the dates down yet. And I hate to say what could be next for next Friday, but let's see here. Star Wars Classic Collection. Let's see here. Podcast. And when is that? I know I'm doing some other stuff here that I shouldn't be doing. Sorry. That is the 27th. Okay. I had to make sure. Had to make sure what dates and all that were going. But I'm thinking maybe I'll do 2 Fridays of Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. You know, maybe do one at a time. Because before, I'm not streaming this yet as I'm recording this. So I haven't done the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection on GameOn yet on my stream. Maybe I'll do like the Star Wars Battlefront, and then I'll do Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the second stream of it on GameOn for the 19th. So after this is out, this upcoming Friday for you guys that are watching and listening to this on the 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on OldFreakyGamer.com, YouTube.com/OldFreakyGamer, and Twitch.tv/OldFreakyGamer. I will be streaming Star Wars on GameOn, of course, on GameOn Live. I should say GameOn Live because it is going to be live on GameOn Live on those places. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Classic Collection on that. That's what I probably will do. Star Wars Battlefront 2 from the Classic Collection. So I'll do the first Star Wars Battlefront on the Classic Collection this Friday as I'm talking. And then next time, it'll be another one. So that works out quite well. Quite well indeed. Yeah. And I also noticed that after this podcast, there should be another podcast going up the 29th after this one, because this one would be going up the 15th. The next one would be the 29th, but I'm going to update this and say no podcast for the 29th because I have a concert on the weekend, so I will not be back and ready to record and upload any stuff for that. I probably won't do a stream on the 26th because I got to get up early on the 27th to go to the concert and stuff. So, because I'm going out of state for this concert. I just realized that. Just looking at my calendar, I just realized that, people. Yep. Gonna go and see Judas Priest. Any Judas Priest people out there? Yeah, they should put some of that music in some video games. I think they were a rock band, right? I don't know. I don't remember. I should look back. I think they might have been. But, yeah. Oh, man, I got to update everything on my show notes and stuff. But, yeah, no podcast the 29th. But I could talk all about that on my live streams as well. So, yeah. What interesting stuff. So, yeah, you guys will be able to watch me play Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Classic Collection, this upcoming Friday, as you guys are listening to this. So, yeah, those were the games that I played in the past weeks. And that was the wrong one. Of course, because I was on the wrong thing here.
Enjoy your gaming.
There we go. Enjoy your gaming, folks. So instead of just games that I played in the past weeks, of course, I got sucked in again, folks. It's my bad. It's my fault. I got conned again by the good old Microsoft email saying, Mr. Mike, we got some games on your wish list and stuff that you might like that is on sale. You want to buy? And I'm like, what games? And I look, and they're at good deals. And I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. Okay. So we're going to get into the games that I have purchased. I should have a new theme song or theme music or something for the games that Mr. Mike has wasted money on again this week because he just can't stop purchasing games. That's what happens when you got a little extra income in your pocket and you can burn it on some games that you know you'll maybe play someday in the future. Maybe not. Who knows? But they're so damn cheap. You're like, why not? So these are the games that I purchased. Why not? Category of from this week. And trust me, these might be games that you might want to play as well or get into, whatnot. I even wrote down here not only the pricing, but until when these are off sale, which when you're hearing this podcast, you guys will have like 2 days, two or 2.5 days left on the sale. So that's good. And what you can play them on, of course. The first game being, as I'm repeating myself here, because I paused, you don't know until I do this, have to do a lot of individual pausing, which is good, because then I don't have to edit it, because I had to keep blowing my nose once in a while, because my nose has just been runny and drippy mess. So, yeah, back to the fun here, folks. The first game on my list that I purchased for $20, $19.99 on sale till Wednesday the 17th of this month of April, only for Xbox, mind you. Star Trek Resurgence. It's by the people, Telltale people. They used to make Telltale games by Burner House. I guess that's their new company or something from ex-Telltale people. And it's supposed to be like a nice little episodic Star Trek game / show, movie, whatever you want to consider it. And I like Star Trek a lot. I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't going to spend like, what was it originally? Like $50 or something like that. It was something up there. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much. But when it gets 20 or below, I said, I'll give it a shot. And sure enough, because I have it on my Xbox wish list, it went to $19.99, and they said, Mr. Mike, you wanted to play this. And I'm like, God damn it, you're right. And I heard this has got a very good, strong story to it. And I'm like, you know what? I could be I could be a real cheap bastard and say, you know what? Fuck them. I'll wait till it gets dirt cheap or something, or if it ever came on Game Pass. But you know what? I'll give them $20. They deserve at least $20. That's like buying a Blu-ray or DVD or something. I'll give them $20 for this. If they say it's got a very good, strong story to this game, but the game is not as good, but the strong story to it and it looks good, why not? I'm going to go get it. And I'll play it. Maybe on the weekend or something. I don't know. But Star Trek Resurgence, $20 or $19.99 on sale till the 17th, which is a Wednesday this April of 2024, if anybody watches this in the future. Only you can get it on Xbox. Sure, you can probably buy it on Steam or something, on Steam or something, but because I'm an Xbox achievement whore, and this is an Xbox sale, you can only play it on Xbox. They don't, and this bothers me too. Microsoft's got to try harder to get these games both on their Xbox and PC side of the store of things, so you could choose whichever side you want to play it on, because it just makes purchasing the game much better, and plus gives you more options to play. If they want to have those two ecosystems together, which they're trying to do, is bring both those ecosystems together in a way, and in order to do that well, they're going to try to have to do better on that stuff, which they haven't. And I got some stuff. I got some bonus stuff here that I want to talk about Microsoft and stuff like that, and some stuff from Take-Two and stuff later. But Microsoft has to try better with that. It's not producing a new console or anything. It's mostly you got to do better with the games that you're getting, that you have, that you will have, and you got to do better by the players on making it so they can play it on both their devices, on any of their devices, on their Xbox, their PCs, because that's what you guys over at Microsoft and Xbox do. Microsoft and Xbox does Xbox and PC gaming. And it should come together. It's not, you could, sometimes this game only comes on an Xbox from a third party, or it comes on Xbox and PC, or just PC. You got to make sure you guys try to get them to do both. And for the long run of it, it should benefit the developers that make the game as well, because not only they're going to have both on there and they're going to sell on both, but people will be happier with them and they'll want to buy more of their games because they know that they got their choices on the Xbox side of things. But especially if everybody charges 25-30% anyways on their games and stuff, or they get 25-30% on their each game sale or something like that anyways, for them, PlayStation, Nintendo, whoever, and Steam I think is 30 or 25, I don't know yet anymore but they all charge a big percentage. So it doesn't matter if you put it on this or that, but people are picky where they release their games, and there's still too much fragmentation in the games industry on how they release games. Just release your game on everything. If I was a publisher and I was making the games and I was publishing them, I'd be like, well, this is going to go on Xbox for PC. It's going to go on PlayStation and Steam and Nintendo if I can port it to Nintendo, an Epic Games Store, and NVIDIA Now. I'm going to have it on anything in every store that I can. And then down the road, when the game ain't selling it as much anymore and slowing down, then I'll put it on Game Pass or something down the road if I feel like it's deemed necessary to do. But otherwise, they should put it on. I know there's always deals going on behind the scenes. I know some people think it's more worthwhile to have it all on certain things and certain platforms and this and that. I find that to be stupid. I find that if you can maximize the amount of places, this is what a lot of other people do when they try to sell their goods and services out there. They want to try to sell their goods and services to as many people as they can on many different places and platforms and stuff like that. Once you do it and you try to focus it down to one or two platforms, that's just, I find that horrible. It's just like Square Enix and those Final Fantasy games. Well, Sony pays us a premium, but you still complain you're not making enough money over there at Square Enix. And sure, you might think Microsoft isn't going to make you enough money on the Xbox side or the Xbox/PC side, but that's on you guys then. Maybe you're spending too much money and you're not thinking of longevity on these things. I think if you put it on Xbox as well and PC Xbox or whatnot, maybe you would get a bit more chunk of revenue for that Final Fantasy games than you would just PlayStation. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Oh, and also put it on Steam, because I don't even think it's on Steam yet, those Final Fantasy 7 remasters or whatever. At least that I don't think they are. I don't know. I find it very stupid and narrow-minded on their part. And other people's part that do the same thing. But Star Trek Resurgence, $20. I'll find out. Maybe this weekend I'll try to play it on my Xbox during the night or something, pop in some popcorn, watch it as a movie or something and play it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be really good. I love a lot of Star Trek. Right now, as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm ripping Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the DVDs, because they never came out on Blu-rays because first I think the TV show wasn't recorded on a high enough quality, or plus on top of that, I think, what is it, CBS? Yes, CBS. Oh, Paramount. Paramount doesn't believe that this Deep Space Nine should get a remastered version like they did with Star Trek, The Next Generation. But very good Star Trek show. And I'm ripping all these episodes and seasons to my my media server right now because I just bought the box set because it was on sale on Amazon. So I love myself some Star Trek. So there you have it. Beat me up, Scotty. Woo! Live long and prosper. Sure, I'm also into Star Wars, so it doesn't matter. I don't care what nerd I am. It's just like Marvel and DC. If you're showing me a good movie or an animated show, doesn't matter what side you're on, I'm open to all sides. Give me the Hobbits. Give me the Hobbits in give me the Hobbits in DC. Give me the Hobbits in Marvel. I don't care. Do everything. I don't give a shit. I am not just on one side or other. I'm on everybody's side. As long as that side can produce good content, I watch it or listen to it or play it, just like Star Trek here. Okay, on to the next game because that was a very long time for me to talk about that one game. So the next game, it's a Lego game. Not that I've been playing much of Lego Star Wars, what's it called? The Skywalker Saga. Even though I can play it, I can play on my Rogue Ally, mind you. This one I cannot play on my Rogue Ally, so it kind of pisses me off a little bit. But I still got it because it was only $6, so $5.99 on sale until the 17th of Wednesday. All these games are going to be on sale until the 17th of Wednesday. Let's just say that because I looked it up. Only on Xbox, but I bought it anyways because I always wondered how this game would be. It's another Lego game. What can I say? It's more Lego. Lego The Incredibles. So it has The Incredibles 1 and 2, I think, in it. I think they say it actually starts in The Incredibles 2 and then it goes to The Incredibles 1 or something. But it's the Lego Incredibles. It's only $6. And I said, sure, why not? If I want to play a stupid Lego game on Xbox or if I want a game to have to stream later or something or whatever, or have a Let's Play of, why not? $6. $6 is what? You can't even buy a slice of pizza for $6 nowadays, unfortunately. Maybe you can buy one slice of pizza for $6. I know, it's getting kind of iffy nowadays on that. It's sad to say, but it's true, right? But Lego Incredibles, $6. And I heard it's a very good Lego game. I said, why not? $6 if I play it or not. It's not. It's only a drop in the bucket. It's not going to hurt me in the long run. Why not? So, got nothing more to say on that. I played a lot of Lego games in my past. Love them all. Started playing a little bit of Lego, Star Wars, the Skywalker Lego collect, whatever edition that is, the Skywalker edition. You know, the one that has everything in it, I guess. That one that I got last time, which I could also play on, I think, the Rogue Ally. I think I could do that. I think I could get it on PC as well. I got to remember on that. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I quote myself on thinking that I think I could play that on my Rogue Ally because I think it's not just Xbox, but it's also was PC as well. Which doesn't make no sense that this is only Xbox, right? But it's how the deals are gone. You know, that's how those deals go. So what can I do about that? This next and final game, because I've only purchased 3 games now, surprising. Also a sale that only goes to the 17th of Wednesday. But this game, you can play it on PC or Xbox. So surprisingly, this game did it right for a weird, surprising reason. Don't know how. Maybe because it's on Game Pass and PC Game Pass. Maybe that's one of those reasons. See, if it doesn't go on like PC Game Pass and it's only on Game Pass, you know it's only for Xbox only. But most of the time. But once it goes on PC Game Pass, it's like, oh, okay, you could get this game on both PC and Xbox. Why shouldn't you? So this is one I already played and beat a long time ago. It's a really good game. I think they're working on the third one now. Don't quote me on that, but I think the third one might be in the works over at NetherRealm Studios, I would think. I know Warner Brothers, I'm not liking them right now. I hate them. I kind of boycott them, even though I'm buying some Warner Brothers properties right here, like the Lego's Incredibles game, was a Warner Brothers game, and this one is a Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment game published by that division. So I'm kind of going against my word, but when the games are this cheap, it'd be stupid of me not to say no. It would be stupid of me to say no to purchase these games. And how much money are they going to get from $5.99 or $6 anyways? You know, how much money are they really getting over there? But this game I already played and beat once. But when I found out I could get new Achievos on the PC version and that I could get the Legendary Edition of this game, the game that I also purchased, the third and final game, Injustice 2, the Legendary Edition. I did love the Injustice games. I loved playing them. I loved watching the movies of them. I even watched that Injustice movie, the real movie. But this was like the movie as well, the Injustice 2. It's really dark, really good. And I always felt like I wanted to play more out of it. And I said, you know what? Now that I could get it for not just Xbox, but I could get it and play it on my PC, or should I say my ROG Ally? Because that's what I really bought it for, is another ROG Ally game to play on the ROG Ally when I'm outside and I just want to do some fighting with Batman and Superman, evil Superman and stuff. So I bought that for $6, Injustice 2, the Legendary Edition. It's a little tricky. You gotta search for it on Xbox directly. You gotta go Injustice 2, Legendary Edition. And then when it goes to the drop down, you gotta just let it go. Just let it go to the main page where it has both Injustice 2 Legendary Editions. It doesn't tell you which is which. It just says the game twice, and there's the same price on both. There's one for the PC, and then there's one for the Xbox. I don't know why they split those up like that, and they didn't just have them PC and Xbox together. There must be some stupid contractual agreement or something why they just didn't have it. Injustice 2, the Legendary Edition, get for both PC and Xbox, because I can play this on my Xbox or PC right now. It's not like it's saying, oh, you can only buy the PC version, you can only play on the PC. I can play this on the Xbox as well if I wanted to, but I'm going to download it for PC because I want to play this and get the achievements for the PC version, plus I want to play on the ROG Ally, so I made sure to buy it under that category, but you could get it under both, which I don't know why they do it. It's more stupid back-end bullshit, contractual bullshit that should be cleaned up, should be better, a little bit tighter. You got to tighten that shit up. Got to tighten the Xbox girl up a little bit. Got to give her a little bit of a tummy tuck on how you do business like this. Because you're going to confuse the people when they buy games, like I have multiple times. I fell for this. Oh, I thought this game was going to be on PC, and then I found it was only for Xbox. I'm like, duh, stupid on my part. And a lot of people complain about that a lot of these games, if they show up on Xbox.com and stuff, or what Microsoft should do is offer all these games for not just Xbox, but for PC as well. So you don't get this kind of BS. And, not everybody wants to play on the Xbox, and they want to play on the PC side. And if they're happy to go to the PC Xbox store like I am, because I think that store is pretty damn good, especially when you got Game Pass Ultimate on top of it, why not let me go ahead and purchase it whatever way I want? I don't know. Because why do people want to make easy money? I don't know. Nothing's easy anymore. Too much politics, too many lawyers, too much rules and obligations and bullshit. But Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, great regular game. The Legendary Edition, get more costumes, more this and that. All that other stuff I didn't want to buy before. Otherwise, when this goes off sale, it's going right back to $60 or something, I think. It was like $50-something, and I'm like, no. So on sale till the 17th, and those were my people, the 3 games that I have purchased in the last weeks because I'm stupid and wasting a lot of money. Now, I can tell you for not so much certainty, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to be buying many games too soon in the near upcoming future because, first off, we're getting into that gaming drought. Second off, there's not too many more games I really want to purchase, and I don't have any real other games on my wish list. There's some games on there, but those are games that are like older and I could get them anytime I want. It's not like it's a big deal or anything. So there's really nothing, at least that I say now, fingers crossed, that I really have to, click and buy. It's cheap right now. Click and buy. Because I got a lot of games. But I say that now. That can always change because I'm stupid. So we got more stuff to talk about here, of course, because why not? And I'm going to go into this menu again because I don't know why it keeps getting off this menu. And we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going through a period now, folks. Whew, I'm surprised I got this far into the podcast. So before I get to the Star Wars Outlaws release trailer and my early impressions, which I spelled early wrong as I'm looking at this because, frankly, I'm still sick, so I can make that as an excuse. But yeah, I got it written down here on my notes on my phone here on Microsoft, because a lot of people are talking about how Microsoft is doing and what their strategies should be. And, you know, I said my grain of salt on what Microsoft should be doing. And, you know, even Sony could be doing better. A lot of people could be doing better. The games industry is not as stable as they want to let you believe it is. Because, mainly, and I said this hundreds of times before, it is just getting way too costly to be a gamer now. For most people. For most people, it is too costly to be a big-time gamer anymore. Some people just buy 1 or 2 games, and they live off of those games, and they buy certain games, like a lot of people have been talking about, the whole Fortnite or or Minecraft or something. People play those over and over again, and those will be their games going on for a very long time. And then you know, sometimes they'll buy 1 or 2 games a little bit later that they might think, oh, this might be worth it to play or try, but they're not willing to spend $70 on those games because games have gone up to that point, which I said multiple times before, to that threshold, and they went past that threshold. $60 was probably the tipping point. That $65 was that tipping point. They said, no, we want $70. And that was the tipping point. It's not just the consoles being very outrageously overpriced nowadays. Because look at Sony's PlayStation. That's going up in price. They want to bring out an even more expensive version of that. I think Microsoft's trying to bring out a lesser expensive version of their Xbox. Try to see if that might fix something, which I kind of highly doubt. Especially when you got the Series S out there and people aren't really wanting that as much still. I don't know. I don't know what Microsoft's thinking is going forward, but here's the thing. I think they made the consoles too expensive, too complicated for a lot of gamers out there, especially now gamers out there. Too expensive, too complicated, and game prices are going through the roof because their production budgets are going through the roof because everybody demands higher, better, more, longer production times, and everybody's just got to tighten it up a bit. Tighten up those games, tighten up those production budgets, tighten up those graphics and stuff a little bit, maybe lessen it a little bit. You don't have to go picture perfect everything. Just make a good game. Make it in like 9 to 10 hours, and there you're done. Keep the production to 4, 5-ish years at the most. Like I said before, keep the financials up. Sell more games. Sell on more platforms. Lower that price from 70 to 50 or 60. I would go personally 50, but that's just me saying that. But if you want to go back down to 60, you know, sell collector's editions for 70 and above. If you want to start making cool statues and stuff again, which they don't even do too often anymore. There's very few that do. And just make the games good, and people will buy them. And they'll buy them right away because they'll know these games are coming out really good and strong. Maybe they'll want to buy games again and more of them and not just stick with the same few because they're like, games are too expensive. If you don't got a decent job like me and you don't make decent money out there, good luck on that. I feel, before I wasn't making that much money, and I can understand fully. I think my whole plan was before I started making more money and getting my raise and all of that stuff, I was always saying, I'm going to hold off until the end of the year to buy more games. Well, that was last year. Now this year, I think, did I say for this year or last year? I think it was last year, but I still ended up buying games. But this year, I'm like, I got some extra money. I can buy more games. So there you go. And I've been buying cheaper games, though. Games that have been out for a long time that are now on sale. So I'm not even buying your so-called AAA or AA or any games for $70 out there. When's the last time I bought a $70 game? Well, it would have to be like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but I didn't even pay $70 for that. I paid... In technicality, I paid $70, but I didn't because I had a $50 gift card, a Microsoft Rewards gift card. So I paid with my time on the rewards part of the Microsoft Rewards, but I paid like $35 for the game in general because I had that $50 gift card to pay for most of it. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just like I said before. Prices have gone up. And I said this, a lot of other podcasters, a lot of other people in the so-called review or game industry out there, whatever they want to consider themselves, I had all these so-called gamer talks out there from various, like I said, podcasts and what should I call them? News people. I don't know what to even call them. Reviewers and people in the industry saying, no, raising it to $70 is a good thing because it'll help out the people that make the games. It'll help out the games. People will do it. People will complain, but people will spend $70. They're gonna have to, and I'm like, no. I was the other guy on this totem pole. I'm like, maybe games and consoles should not be that expensive because look at Nintendo's platform. Look at how they're doing compared to everybody else, even though they're slowing down now. But that's because everybody knows there's another Nintendo console around the corner. So not many people are going to want to buy another Switch when you got another Nintendo console around the corner. Plus, Nintendo doesn't have as many games coming out this rest of this year than they will for the next time because Nintendo said that they basically are spent on games right now because they're all racking them up for the next launch of the next Nintendo system. So that's why their sales have slowed a bit, but they're still selling. But that's still why Nintendo sold lots more Switches than both Xbox and PlayStation, a lot more games, and both their systems and their games are profitable because they're not making their systems too expensive. They're not making their games, well, even though they are on the next system going to make their games all $70. This time around, there was a few games for $70. I didn't pay for any of them, even though I like to say I do got a Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't buy it. My friend bought it for me, so technically I didn't spend any money on it, so I didn't spend $70 on that, and I wouldn't have. I would have waited till that got somewhat cheaper, or I would have. I probably would have got it eventually, but I would have waited till there was some weird sale or something going on for that game and some weird way to get it. But otherwise, I never spent $70 on a game for Nintendo. It was always $60 or below. So, and you know what? I'm willing to spend that up to $60 for video games. And, I have my same system since I had from launch. I didn't get a new Switch. My Switch works just fine still, especially when I got that new deck thing where that Switch deck where I could put the Switch inside this nice handheld deck. You can see the review and the show off on my website at OldFreakyGamer.com, or if you go to YouTube.com/OldFreakyGamer, you can watch me play with that thing. It's pretty cool. I think it's the Mr. Mike Reviews. I forgot what it's called category, but you could look at that. And you know what? I'm happy with my original Switch. I didn't have to buy a Switch LED or Switch Lite or anything. Like I said, if I do decide to get the new Switch down the road, it would have to be, like I said, an OLED version right off the bat. If it comes out and it's only an LCD version of the Switch right off the bat, I'm not going to get it. I'll wait. I'll wait patiently this time because it's not like I play my Switch that much, really. But I do pull it out and play it from time to time. But on the basis of playing games, it's been mostly PC and some Xbox. It hasn't been even that much Switch, but I still buy the games. I still go back to playing the Switch sometimes and playing some of those games. So do I really need to get a Switch 2 or whatever yet right out of the gate? Probably not. But that's just me. But these other systems, Xbox, PlayStation, they've been going up in price too fast. They even said, we can't make these systems any cheaper because, the laws of physics and demand. And, they say all this stuff about how technology hasn't got any cheaper and how technology hasn't shrunk and stuff, blah, blah, Moore's Law. They like to say all that stuff. But here's the thing. They just want to push too far ahead. And it's like, well, if you're pushing that far ahead and you want almost as much money as you could get as a low-end gaming PC or something, wouldn't people just want to buy a PC instead? Especially when your consoles are becoming more difficult to use and you put more shit on them and stuff that people don't want. It kind of gets people a little weary. And then when you throw the $70 games at them, it's like, okay, we're done. And that's it. And they don't want to realize that. Sony, none of these, a lot of these publishers don't want to realize. You got Ubisoft that thinks their Skull and Bones game was a quadruple A game because they're stupid as hell. Those French people over there, even though they make some good games, that was dumb. And how is that Skull and Bones game doing? Oh, it's sinking, right? Oh, wait, guess what's coming out on other platforms? Or is it came out already on other platforms? Or it's coming. It's coming or it came already. That Sea of Thieves is coming on the PlayStation as well. So not Nintendo Switch, but maybe the Switch too. But yeah, the Sea of Thieves game is coming out on PlayStation. I wonder if that's going to do gangbusters again for them. I don't know. And that's a Microsoft joint. So that tells you something. Games are getting too expensive to make. When we all heard that $300 million was the cost to make Spider-Man, what was it, 2? Was it 2? Spider-Man 2? That Spider-Man game? I was like, oh, wow. Talk about making having to cost more than making a movie. A lot of movies. You could have made a lot of movies with that. Made 3 movies with that cost. That was a ballooned out production cost. And that was just for one game. Then you got all these other games that take so long to make and so much time. It's so costly. Then you got these people that are still doing remote work that makes costs go up because you can't collaborate properly. So that means costs go up, time goes up, all that stuff as well. People need to be in offices. I'm sorry, game makers out there. You got to be in the office to work together, just like filmmakers have to work together and their animation studios and ILM and all that, because you need to collaborate face to face. You can't just go, I want to do all my game design from my own bedroom. First off, you're probably not as secure as you think you are in your own home and PC. And 2, it's been proven that multiple times, many times, that productivity isn't the best when people are doing their jobs remotely. That is just a given because you're in your own home. And a lot of people just can't work in their own homes as well as others do. Like, if I worked from home, I probably could do it because I got that focus. But I like to go and work at a job. I go and work at a job. That's why I'm not making money from this stuff, because I go work at a real job and I come home because I'm not a pussy. I'm sorry. I'm not a pussy. But other people, no. So that's why costs go up. Things get more expensive. All these games, these consoles, subscriptions, this, that. You keep adding all this stuff on, gamers are going to be like, fucking I'm going to play Minecraft, or fucking I'm going to go play Fortnite because you can play it for free anywhere, everywhere, whatever. The other games that people have been playing, which we'll get into. But Microsoft should change. Like I said, they should make a cheaper console. The next gen console should be maybe a little less powerful, a lot more cheaper. Try to get the games a little cheaper priced. I don't know. Try to do a Nintendo in a way. Maybe include the handheld with as the gaming console as well, just like Nintendo. They could do a Nintendo. I don't know if anybody would fault them for that. And another thing I was thinking about, they do already the rewards thing with the achievements and all that other stuff. If you want your Microsoft rewards, they should make it better, and they should tie it into your achievements more. Make your achievements worth something. Make the Xbox achievements worth something and more. If you want to get people, gamers, and other people to really jump on your system, be like, hey, we're gonna, even if you have to redo the whole achievement system from the ground up, like say, oh, we're gonna, on our next gen systems, we're gonna have next gen software, all this stuff. We're gonna have a new achievement system, which is gonna be basically your normal achievements, but it's gonna go down to zero. We're gonna zero everything out. So if you go to that next platform, you're gonna go to that new achievements thing. Everybody's gonna start off fresh, and then when you earn achievements for games going forward, and this will be for all the newer games. We won't do it for the older games, but all the newer games, those achievements that you earn not only go up to your achievement score, but they'll also earn you regular Microsoft reward points for just the achievements. Or you could go by achievement to point score, like every 5 achievements you get on a game, you get, I don't know, 1 or 2 achievement Microsoft points or whatever, and that gets baked. So it'll have a thing that says your achievements equals to how much rewards points you get. And then publisher, you can work with the publishers on how many points you could get for every achievement or dollar value you could get. You know, they could work on the points and achievements and stuff like that. They could complete certain tasks and games for certain take of credits or money back on future DLC. But basically make your achievement system, make that whole reward system when they beat a game or beat certain tasks in games, even if it's harder. Even work with the publishers on this. Say, hey, you want to put something extra in, so if they get to this or beat this, that they get like a free DLC, if they want to get a free DLC pack or money off your next game or something, or money off the store here. We work together as a promotion. Microsoft can make more money that way, and they can sell more games that way because achievements will be worth something more than they are now. And you go like, I don't know, like I said, every 5 achievements to 1 Microsoft point, equaling to 1 Microsoft point. Maybe sometimes you have a special events or special times of the year, like Christmas. Oh, we're going to give you, for every 5 achievement points, you get 5 Microsoft points. Just during this time frame, during this time of year, you get equal value to your achievements or something. And then, like I said, people like me will build up all our Microsoft points. We could get $50 gift certificates here, there. You could buy more games from your store, more content, more this, more that. And it's more money basically coming back into the Microsoft and other publishers, because that money is also buying more publishers' games and more stuff and all that stuff. And that would seem like a very good thing to do if they don't screw it up. If you don't screw it up, of course. But, you know, future DLC, get points for money back on games, DLC, all that stuff. You know, just tie it in with the Microsoft rewards, make it better, make the Microsoft rewards better. Then you get more people coming to you guys, buying more stuff, buying more games, buying more DLC. They get points and stuff that they can earn for anything. They can still get their gift cards to Amazon and stuff like that, but mostly they'll want to go back and buy more games and play more games on your Xbox system or PC or something, and then it just builds up that credit, builds up credibility, and you guys get more money. I think that's a a genius idea. I don't know why nobody thinks about that. I know it would take a little bit to get working, but it's still a little bit of my out of my brain when I just thought of out of my brain, but it makes sense. It's something Microsoft could easily do if they put their minds to it, and I would think it would be really cool for not just them, but for a refresh in the whole Xbox ecosystem. Zero all your achievements to zero on the next platform, on the next OS and platform and all that. Make the achievements earn stuff on their next-gen games going forward. Getting people to earn Microsoft points on top of that, on top of their achievement score, so they can have their achievement score keep going up and up and up. But even though they already get what they get for their achievements to their Microsoft rewards points values already, but their achievement score will keep going up. And it's just earning gamers more credits. Like, ooh, as a gamer, I paid for your game. I'm earning all these achievements from your game, all your 1,000 achievements, and each, let's see here. So 1,000, I got my calculator out. So 1,000 achievements divided by, I don't know, what was it? Divided by 5 points on each achievement. So that'd be like 200 achievements times 5 would be 1,000. So what am I trying to do in math here? So each 5 points you get from 1,000 achievement points, you get 200 of those 5-point achievements. So basically, if you times that 200 by 2, you get 400. So that's 400 points. So you might not think that's a lot of Microsoft points, what you would get there, because you would double it, because you get like 2 or 4 achievement points for that, or Microsoft rewards from those achievements for each of those points, but that adds up. And they can do it. They can even do it where they do it 5, go for each achievement. I don't know. Every 5 achievement points, you get 5. You got 5 regular points. So you got 200 achievements. And you get, for every 5 achievements, you get 5 achievement or Microsoft points for that. You're getting 1,000 points for that game. So every 1,000 points, every 1,000 achievement points, you get 1,000 Microsoft points. How about that? I don't know. And they can even do bonus points. If the publishers want to work with you, Microsoft, and you want to get them to earn more points and whatnot, and somebody can do this stuff too, and they can work with the publishers like, oh, maybe if they beat our game, we could give them a double 1,000 points or something, or double Microsoft points, and have the publishers pay you a little bit extra money every time those people reach to that extra 1,000 points or something, or do a little thing, I don't know, little what do they call it? Not sweepstakes, but a little I'm trying not to say contract. I'm trying to say like a business deal going on. They could do a little thing with that, and customers will be like, "Ooh, I get 1,000 Microsoft rewards for beating this whole game to 1,000 achievement point completion." Okay, why not? I would think that would be decent. But otherwise, other people are talking about freemium models and cost to play, stuff like, pay to play, whatever. I don't know. I think base your points, achievements, or trophies on a PlayStation side on getting back like currency that can be offered for gift cards or whatnot, and for Microsoft, actual reward points, Microsoft reward points back, where you could use it on stuff like their games or Amazon gift cards and stuff like that. I think that would make people buying games in the next generation a little more enticing to purchase your games on your platform, or platforms if you're Microsoft and you got both the PC and Xbox, and put in that stuff to good use and say, hey, you're getting rewarded when you get achievement points from these games. And the more achievement points you get from these games, the more rewards points you get from these games go into your Microsoft Rewards point account. And then you can use it on goods and services within Microsoft and Xbox.com and stuff, or MicrosoftRewards.com. And it's just a win-win for everybody. Microsoft will be making more money. Publishers make more money. People spend more time on those games, and they'll buy them earlier and stuff. Maybe do this devious thing. Oh, pre-order bonus on reward points. If you pre-order the game early and you start playing the game early, you get a bonus 500 Microsoft reward points or something. I don't know. You want to buy the game, pre-order the game early, you get yourself a bonus 500 reward points when you start playing the game. It's not just pre-order. You got to play the game because people can return or cancel their pre-orders. But before they could get the points, they got to get pre-order the game, and then they got to get into the game and play it. Then they earn those 500 reward points or 1,000 or whatever you work on with the publishers. But more incentive back to make gamers feel like they're getting some money back while they're playing your stuff and using your stuff. Just makes it enticing for them, even though they're the consumers. It's enticing them to say, the gaming on an Xbox platform has more value to it because I'm getting value back from my purchase of the game, playing the games, earning rewards off of my achievements, no less. And not having to do these stupid surveys or doing these little stuff if you don't want to do that. But sure, you could still do that on the side with the Microsoft rewards, so you're earning even more rewards, which go to gift cards, services. Like I said, I still do Microsoft rewards. It's not something I have to do. It's just something I just do. And I've already almost got another $50 Xbox gift card coming to me. Or if I want to use it on Amazon, I can. But I probably will just save it for a future Xbox title or something, which I got some ideas for going forward. And it's like, why not? Why not? Why don't I just earn those reward points? It's not costing me anything except some time and some fun. But just earning points from achievements, that sounds like a great win-win to me. If you get people more on your system, more on your side, like I said, Sony could do their own thing the same way if they wanted to. But for Microsoft, that just makes perfect sense because they already have the program set up. They just got to time it better and revamp the whole system going forward on the next generation console, which, like I said, has to be a little bit less powerful. They don't need to be... more powerful doesn't mean shit. When Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer say, well, the next console is going to be even more powerful. Okay, whatever. So you're going into more pro PC here. And how much more money is this next Gen Xbox going to cost? People aren't going to spend $400 on the next gen Xbox or more. You've seen that, Microsoft, especially when you don't have as many games coming in from your own studios. And two, why don't you, like I said, they should just do the Nintendo. Get the console a little cheaper. Sure, it'll be a little less powerful, but it'll still play games. Games will be made and played beautifully on the system they have. Make it cheaper. Make it $300. Like I said, if they can get that down to $300, flat rate, all digital. I'm even saying get rid of the physical media. I know people hate that. Make it all digital. Make it so that you can pop in your Xbox Series memory card, storage card, if they still use those, if people want to use those on the back of it, and have it so you can pop in new M.2 drives or something in it, where it's user accessible, and then have like 2 terabytes on the drive itself and sell for $300, and there you go. You can make money off of extra storage units, hard drives, whatever. Provide a console, good, decent power. Make it maybe a little bit more depending on what it is now. If you can make it like Series X or a little bit more powerful. But keep that price to $300. Keep it all solid state, small, fast, powerful. Backwards compatibility, of course, except with disk-based games. Unless if you want to provide a disk drive on the side to spend more money on go ahead, but make it an optional thing if you want to, like Sony's doing. That's okay. Otherwise, make it an all-digital console. Why not? Make it cheaper. Try to get those games made. Try to get them made a little cheaper. Save some money on the games and production and stuff. And I think the games industry might get a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it'll work better for you and Microsoft and stuff. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. What do I know? I'm just a consumer. Why would I know? I've been playing video games since I was a little kid on the Windows 3.1 systems and stuff like that. And 95 for games and stuff like that. What do I know about games and technology, computers and stuff? I used to talk about technology all the time on my old podcast. What do I know about business? I don't know. You don't know, Mr. Mike, about business, technology, games. What do you know about that stuff? But it sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds like it could happen. If they're doing all this stupid, weird stuff nowadays, and then now they just want to push farther and farther into the future of more powerful hardware, that is the wrong sight to see. I'm sorry, Phil Spencer. I'm even calling you out. Sarah Bond over at Microsoft. Sony, you guys have been going out there too far. Look what Nintendo's doing. They're laughing at you guys going, they're just making their systems more costly, more powerful, and more costly, and it's costing them more money. We're raking it in, and we're going to rake it in even more next year because we're Nintendo, the Apple of the video game industry. And everybody else is being stupid with game publishing and stuff. It's time to get smart, guys. Not everybody can afford the prices that are coming in front of them now. It's just not economically possible. Especially when everybody complains, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford food, I can't afford to go to the doctor, this, that. Do you think they're going to be buying expensive gaming systems? Still, people don't even have the high bit internet rate out there. Even though I think it is getting better, especially when you got like the Starlink and you got T-Mobile and everybody having their internet services where you could get decent high-speed internet through their mobile service for a low rate. Like I heard it was like $50 straight. Somebody was talking about where they got their T-Mobile service where they got like 3G, 4G, and they were getting like something 400 whatever megabytes up and down, and it was a good latency and stuff, and it was unlimited and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, there you go. If more people could get that from their cell towers and stuff, why not get that kind of internet and download your games to your Xbox that way? There could be ways. We can make it better. People can make it better. Gotta make production cheaper. Gotta make games cheaper. Gotta make systems cheaper. We don't have to make things more powerful. We don't have to have picture perfect video games. If you want that stuff, that's why we got PCs for it. That's why I got a gaming PC. I don't care about that with my console. My console is my simple box. It just plays games. At a decent resolution and a decent frame rate, it plays games for your TV. I'm not even going to talk about this. Don't really care about the Gearbox Take-Two thing. I think Take-Two, they published all the Gearbox games, all the Borderlands games and stuff. They'll be $70, but they'll still be good. That's all I got to say. Okay, so that's all I got to say on that. I hope this podcast is going good. I'll be reviewing it after I'm done with it because I've been starting and stopping a lot. I don't know if people notice because, boy, oh boy, my nose is getting really bad. It's got the drainage going. I hate to speak about that, but I am recovering from being ill. I'm recovering from the flu, so it's to be expected. So I'm going to hurry up the rest of this podcast. We're already almost... Well, we're not 2 hours yet, but we're almost 2 hours. So we've been past the hour mark. We're past the hour 30 mark right now, give or take a few edits and stuff. But let's see here. Saw just recently the Star Wars Outlaws release trailer that went up online today on from Ubisoft. And it looks badass. At least the trailer looks badass. The trailer looks really good. It looks like it could be a good animated movie. Haven't seen any gameplay from it. That's always kind of a little bit of a bummer. I know they showed gameplay at E3 one time. They showed a little bit of gameplay, but I wanted to see more. And they should have put more gameplay in the trailer instead of just the CG stuff that game publishers like to do. And even though this was going to be in the regular news, I'm going to talk about it now, but I'll put this over here then for temporary. But they were talking that this game, Star Wars Outlaws, is going to release on PC, PlayStation, Xbox on August 30th, 2024. Now, note, it's only going to be all next gen. So PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, of course. So it's going to release this August the 30th. That's what they're saying. Depending on lots of things, they could delay it. Games like this get delayed a lot, but like I said, I looked at they have a nice story trailer out now. It looks really good. It was developed at Massive Entertainment. It's billed as the first ever open world Star Wars game. It's set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and the Return of the Jedi, which you can clearly tell during the trailer, Star Wars Outlaws. It stars Kay Vest, the girl. I think that's what the girl's name. And Nix, which is her pet. It looks good. It looks really, really good. Like I said, I just want to see more gameplay on their trailers. I like trailers. I like CG trailers enough to a point. But unless if you could show me the gameplay and what we're going to be doing, is this going to be the same kind of gameplay as you would like Star Wars, like a Jedi Survivor kind of thing, or Star Wars Jedi, Survivor, blah, blah, blah? Or is this going to be some other sort of gameplay? So I want to know that. And plus, when you look at the trailers, you look at the CG and all that, it looks really good. It looks like photorealistic good for the CG trailer. But then I'm looking at one picture here. It looks like what the game is going to look like. It looks a little less than what the CG looks like. So I'm looking at some other stuff here. So if they could get it to look this good, and I'm trying not to be the outlier and say, oh yeah, see, Mr. Mike, you want to see the game to look as good as it can get. No, I just want the game to look like what its trailer depicts and not show us something that doesn't look like the game and deceives us on what the game is going to look like or play like when you're not really showing us the actual game and what it looks like and plays like. You're just showing us some rezzed up, good-looking CG trailers. So I'm hoping that the game looks and plays just like what they showed in their so-called CG trailer. Will we get that? I don't know. I have no clue. Not until the game comes out. But I'm sure for the people that made Avatar, the Avatar game, and what was the other game they were talking about that they made from Supermassive? I forgot. The Division? Was it The Division? I forget. Probably The Division. I forgot. I closed the story. But they're making it, so it's going to look good. It's going to play probably good. I will be interested in it. Will I buy it day one? No. I will wait till people buy Jedi Outcast and or Star Wars Outcast. I will let people or Outlaws. I said Outcast, didn't I? Sorry. I will let people purchase Star Wars Outlaws. I will wait and see what people say about the game. If there's other people, reviewers out there that will get the game before, which there are, because I do not get review copies of games. I do not try to. I buy them outright, but when the reviews come in, when people show off the games a little bit more, what people think about the game, eventually I'll get it. I'll see if it's worth the so-called probably $70 that this game is going to easily be. But I'll hold out. I'll hold out on it. Just because it's, Ubisoft, and I know how Ubisoft does things. I'll hold off. But I'm very interested in it. I'm very interested in the game, the story, what you're going to be doing. Has a little Solo movie type of feel to it. You remember anybody watch the Solo movie? I know a lot of people didn't care for the Solo movie, but I liked the Solo movie. I thought it was a good depiction in the Star Wars universe. It reminds me a little bit of that. You even get to see Han Solo and Carbonite in this movie, this game, which is pretty interesting because you get to go to Jabba's palace at one point, I guess. But it's going to be interesting. But like I said, is it day one interesting? No. Shit. If it's just a decent game and stuff, and it's Ubisoft, and I hate to say this, but I'm one of those people, and I'm going to tell everybody else, maybe I'll wait down the road to get this game, because maybe this game will be $30 before we know it, kind of a game. Because it's one of those games, it's Ubisoft, and their games always go down. Just like when I bought the Avatar game, it was cheaper, so I bought it. This will go down in price eventually, so I will buy it eventually. But you never know. Maybe they'll surprise me. Maybe everybody will have glowing super reviews, and everybody on all outlets and podcasts and reviewers will all say the same thing and say, hey, this game is a meant to be played now kind of game. You got to buy it now. It's worth the dollars, the $70 that they're asking for it. Get it now. You won't go astray or anything. It's worth every penny. And I'll be like, okay, maybe they'll convince me. But if I hear, oh, it's an okay game, it's decent, it's really impressive looking, blah, 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 and it's like, okay, you can wait for it to turn to $30, that's when I'll wait. I don't know. But it's also coming out at a time where not many games are going to be coming out. It's coming out in August. So that seems like a good placer for that game to come out on, at least in my mind. Unless if there's other sneaky games coming out around that time, but that's a good time frame for that game to come out. Before school starts again, and this summer, where a potential video game drought will happen, until Microsoft announces all the Activision Blizzard games coming on Game Pass during that Summer Game Fest, and they go, oh, we're dropping all these Activision Blizzard games, past, present, and future on Game Pass right now. Come play. That might do a little something, but just a little something. But otherwise, it looks good. But it's also, you got to remember, a CG trailer. So you gotta review it as that. You got to judge it as that until you see. If this was all in-game footage, if they were saying, oh, this is all in-game blah, blah, blah footage and stuff from this game and not just CG footage, I'd be like, okay. I'd give them that, but it isn't. So before we get into the game's news, shows and production going forward into the warmer months, as we know that I said is starting to happen. It's almost 72 degrees in my office right now, and I'm very happy about that. Even though I still feel a little coolish. It's like a cool 72 right now, but I'm very happy about it because, yeah, I like the heat. I like having open windows. I like air. I have the windows closed in my office right now because I don't want people hearing my show while I'm recording, and I don't want the outside noise in. So that's why I have those closed right now. But after I'm done, I'm opening up the windows in here. But I got air coming through the whole house, so that's good. But as it gets warmer and the warmer months goes into hotter months and dry and stuff, that's when I'm outside more. That's when I'm doing more yard and house stuff and all sorts of stuff. You know that. That means my gaming goes down a bit, even though I'll be gaming on my ROG Ally a lot and stuff like that. And at night, I'll do some gaming on my PC or Xbox and stuff. But my gaming habits go down a lot because I like to spend more time outdoors, doing stuff, working on stuff. Just want to let you guys know that. So if there is warm time, good months coming, and good time coming, stuff might get delayed or backed. I'll still probably have my will have my 8 o'clock Eastern streams on Fridays, unless if something's happening, which the upcoming, like I said, there's this upcoming stream, not this stream and not the next stream, but the following stream, the 26th. I will not have a stream that day because I have to get up very early on Saturday to get heading out to another state to go see a concert. So that time frame, I will not be having a live stream that 26th on that Friday, but I will post it on my schedule. I have at OldFreakyGamer.com. I have my schedule. I have my show schedules. You just could go to OFG schedule, blah, blah, blah. You'll see when I have my podcast, my videos, stuff like that. Sometimes I stealth drop stuff, but mostly I have my schedule where you can see when I'm dropping and all that stuff. So that's going to be up there. But otherwise, I'll still have my 2 streams on the 12th and the 19th. I will still have something coming up tomorrow. I'll have my Let's Play tomorrow of No More Heroes 3. I will have a Let's Play of something on the 17th. We'll see about the 24th. I will try to get something on the 24th. But the 29th, and like I said, I'm trying to ballpark this just by looking at the calendar. I haven't penciled anything in yet, but the 29th, I will not have a podcast. So right now, when this comes out the 15th, the next one would be the 29th. I'm not going to have a podcast after this. So you're going to have 4 weeks without me podcasting. So I won't podcast till April, May the 13th. That would be the next one. Maybe I'll come out with it a little earlier just because of the fact, but we'll see how much stuff goes on. If there's not much stuff going on, I won't have it until the 13th. So it might be pushed back a bit because there's nothing really going on. But still, otherwise, now that there's no more E3 in the summertime, and there is the showcases still going on. You still got the Xbox showcase. Ubisoft says they're doing something this year in their showcase. I think Sony might be doing something, and we know Nintendo will be definitely doing something. They got to show off their next-gen console for next year or something, or the following year. I don't know. They said 2025 now. I don't know. We'll see. But they got to show off something. We're going to see something from them. Sony, don't know. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Who could guess what Sony's going to show? But that stuff is an up and down situation. All that stuff is going to happen before I decide to take my June vacay or my June birthday vacay, if I decide to take it, which I probably will. But like I said, stuff going forward, it might be different because hopefully it's going to get warmer. Hopefully all this winter crappy weather will be gone, and then I'll feel even better because I usually feel a lot better in the sun. In the sun and the heat. And the bugginess. I love the sun, the bugginess, the heat. But I also get less gaming done, unless if I'm on the ROG Ally or my Xbox, because I'm not going to be always running my super big hot PC all the time either. So you got to do what you want to do, because I just don't want to spend money on air conditioning all the time either. So it's just me. It's a me thing. But we'll see. It'll be an on and off basis. Everybody knows that's coming up. Also, what's coming up is going to be my 1-year anniversary for OldFreakyGamer, which I still haven't done a lot of stuff. I still got to do a lot more stuff before June, before my first year anniversary, which I will be doing a little celebration thing going in June for that. I'll have my 1-year OldFreakyGamer celebration. I'll do that around my birthday because it'll be my birthday, and that celebration. I'll also have my ROG Ally. Like I said, I promised since last year, my ROG Ally updated review, which I will do an updated review on the ROG Ally as a 1 year into owning the ROG Ally, and tell you how I still feel about it, which you guys already know how I feel about it, but I'm going to really show off the ROG Ally and how I feel about it in June. And then I wanted to have some new stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Like I said, I got to get out of my sick slump first before I could get into that stuff. Because sickness always pushes everything back for me. But a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff I'm trying to make happen slowly but surely. I'm hoping that a lot of stuff gets done before June, but time will tell. We'll see. So why don't we get into the games news and we can call it a show, because frankly, I don't want to keep blowing my nose like this. It's just because of the air pressure and always trying to get out of my nose, and it's pushing my nostril plugs out, which I don't like. So everybody, here we're going to do the games news. That is the games news next, right here, right now.
The games news from the past week.
Oh boy. I wonder how this podcast is going to sound. I'm telling you, my nasally drone and me being sick, it's probably worse than it is. I don't know. But at least you're getting a shorter podcast. You don't have to hear me for 3 hours going, Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. So, talked about Xbox before on moving ahead on next-gen consoles. I should have talked about this news story, but I left it to this. So, me talking about the next-gen Xbox and them hastily, as I consider it, moving forward, same as Sony, because, of course, we're not making enough money with this stuff now. We're going to move forward, even though we haven't figured out the reasoning why people didn't want these consoles now, and blah, 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 blah. Maybe it's because they're too expensive and everything else is too expensive, and now you just want to go ahead to the next generation. What happened to this generation? It's not even been 5 years yet, and you're already pushing? No. I would say no to the next-gen Xbox or PlayStation going forward if that's what's going to go on with these companies. Unless if you're going to announce that these are going to be PC-like and you're going to make them easier to upgrade and or switch out for new ones. Give credit on the older ones. I don't know. There's got to be some reason people aren't going to want to buy it. It's not, I don't know. I do know, but they're not going to do what I know. I already talked about what I know. Anywho, Xbox is moving full speed ahead, as they say, on the next-gen console. An internal email from Xbox President Sarah Bond has revealed the email obtained by Windows Central and verified to be genuine by Microsoft. Also announced the formation of a game preservation team at Xbox, which I thought that's what they had, but I guess they're really going down on the game preservation thing, because not only on their side they want games preserved, but they want third-party titles preserved so then they can keep selling them and letting people play them on Game Pass and such, which makes all parties happy. And why not preserve the past for the future? Why not? Especially when people can play the past on the future. Okay, where did I leave off there when I had to go blow my nose? So, like I said, preservation for games and stuff, that's good. We're moving full speed ahead on our next generation hardware, focused on delivering the biggest technological leap ever in a generation, Bond said. reiterating comments made in February when the console's existence was officially announced. No further information was shared regarding the hardware itself. Of course not, but you know it's going to be more powerful because they did say it's going to be more powerful. That means it's going to be more expensive. And that's a no-no. Unless if they can figure out a way to make it cheaper. I don't know. No one fans might be able to buy it, but documents leaked in 2023 suggested Microsoft plans to release the next Xbox in 2028. We're in 2024. That's 4 years away. That would be good, but I don't know if that means they're going to try to make it sooner than 2028. It says here, regardless, with Microsoft seemingly making the development a priority, it will likely be available sooner rather than later. Alongside it, looking to the future, Xbox appears committed to the past and the present. We have formed a new team dedicated to game preservation, important to all of us at Xbox and the industry itself. We are building on our strong history of delivering backwards compatibility to our players, and we remain committed to bringing that stuff forward. The amazing library of Xbox games for future generations of players to enjoy, which, hey, that makes me happy. Do that both on the Xbox and PC side. You got yourself a happy gamer, because Steam kind of does it, you know, in a way. While game preservation is largely concerned with ensuring classic titles don't become lost to time, it's ironically the current generation of games which may be most at risk due to online requirements and digital formats. Live service games are often unplayable without an internet connection, so when servers are shut down, they disappear for good. Microtransactions being available even in a single-player modes can be also force online requirements, and several other games therefore face a similar issue. Some people here in the show, in these, I'm reading in these conversations, some people say, oh yeah, 10-year-old Xboxes and stuff seems like a relic, and maybe 5 to 7 years is a decent lifespan for a console, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but if that 5 to 7 years means you're going to be spending $400 or more on a new console, how many people want to spend $400 or more on a console every 4 to 5 years? Or 4 to, you know, people want to get the most out of their hardware, just like a PC, which these are basically PCs. They're just ecosystem PCs. But I don't know. I still think they should just try to make these consoles permanent for a lot longer and see if they can drop down the price on these current consoles and say, hey, developers, you're going to be working on these consoles for a long time. We're all saying the same thing together here. Both Microsoft and Sony should get together and say, hey, publishers, you're going to have to work with the systems that we got. We're not going to, technology is getting too expensive. Try to make your games as well as you can on these systems. We will do the same. Nintendo will still be behind us, so don't worry about Nintendo. Maybe Nintendo will catch up to them but if they did that, but you never know. But yeah, just too expensive for games. Hence probably why all these gamers, which they say in this article, why gamers mostly played older games like GTA 5 and Fortnite in 2023. So it has been, been studied for a while, and there's been, they've been actively reporting / calculating / watching people how they play games and stuff. And they noticed that Fortnite was always number one on all platforms, being played the most on through all platforms. Roblox, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, Sims, stuff like that. Sometimes even Starfield in certain markets, but mostly these are the games that people are just sticking to and haven't gone on to other games or third-party games or anything else. And then a lot of other games have dropped in players over time, and that these newer games, these newer AAA games, $70 plus games, are not purchased as right away as they would want to or early. And like I keep saying, it's because they're too expensive and they're too big and too expensive and they want too much from gamers. And the gamers want a game and they want to have fun. And if that means we're going to stick to the games, the older games that people like, that could keep giving lots of playtime, Grand Theft Auto 5, Fortnite, Minecraft, Starfield, Roblox, Sims. Those are games that just keep on giving. You even got Mario Kart 8 here. Got some Legend of Zeldas here. Seeing some Rocket League throughout the charts here. Games that keep giving, keep playing. Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm not just talking about the base story game. There's also an online portion of that game, and a lot of people like GTA 5 Online. I got out of it because I'm like, it got too much in that game. There's just too much crap into that game now. But in the beginning, I played a lot of GTA 5 Online. After I beat the story, oh yeah, I played a lot of GTA Online. Maybe for the next GTA, whenever they get a new GTA Online, maybe I'll start playing that as well for a bit. But eventually I get out of it. I'm not somebody that sticks with something forever, unless if it's Minecraft. That I'll stick forever, even though I haven't played it in a while. But that's just because I got so many other games I got to play. I want to focus on some other games for once and not just stick with Minecraft. Because I could just do an all Minecraft podcast, videos. I could do an all Minecraft channel if I wanted to, just like everybody else. But I like other games too. Sometimes you got to get with other games. Hellblade 2 confirmed to run at 30 frames per second on Xbox. No performance mode available. But on the PC, I guess you can up the frame rate if you want to for the PC version of Hellblade 2. Here's the thing, people. Do not complain about it. That's what the vision is for the company as the makers of the game. So as the makers of the game, they want it to be at 30 frames per second. They said this will be okay. The VFX director even says this will make the game feel more cinematic because this game's going to look beautiful. And it's not like it's going to play janky or anything. They made it so it can run at 30 frames per second so that it'll look good, it'll play good. They know what they're doing. If you played the first one, which I played a bit of, I got to play more of on my ROG Ally because I was playing the first one on my ROG Ally. I got to keep playing that and finishing it eventually on my ROG Ally, but they got a vision. People shouldn't go complain and say, oh, why can't it be unlocked? Why can't I have more increased frames per second? Because a lot of people are saying, well, how come the PC version ain't locked to this feature? Well, here's the thing. Consoles are more of a box, of a lesser PC box, that are harder to program for because they're not PCs. They don't got your GTX 2080s or 4080s. And that's how it is. Console versus PC. That's why I always say, hey, if you want your game to run great and run it at the best it can be or beyond the best it can be at the highest frame rate and looks and all, you got to have a gaming PC. If you just want to play a good game that looks great still and runs great, even though it's not at 60 frames or at the highest grade of color and DLSS and all that other bullshit and stuff, that's why you got a console for it. To play it on your TVs and have fun. It's a month and a half away. It is, let's see here. A lot of people said they were playing on the console. Some people are not playing on a console. Some people are playing on a PC like me because I got a PC, so why not play this on PC or my ROG Ally? It's coming out May 21, 2024 this year, so that's next month, the end of next month in May. It's supposed to look and feel very good, I guess, from people that played it. And you know what? as a person that's a gamer, that's been a gamer for a long time and seeing how games progressed, I don't care. I don't care. Let it be at 30 frames. Why is this still a debate? Because gamers too greedy, which means publishers and game console makers are going to make these boxes more expensive, the games more expensive, and then you're going to complain that games are too expensive and that the consoles and games are too expensive, and then it's like, why are these more expensive? Well, you wanted your games to run at 60 frames per second and have DLSS and all this stuff. What else can we do? Because, people want stuff for free. Other people want all the money in the world for stuff, and there's no middle ground. There's no middle ground anymore because everybody's spoiled. We're all spoiled. I'm spoiled. But you know what? I love being spoiled. I love what I buy. I'm not going to complain. Oh, this game could have been a higher frame rate. I don't think I ever complained about a game not being at a higher frame rate. I played the game as it was intended on the device that it was intended for, and I never complained, except for that for Pokemon. The more recent ones or the lesser recent ones, I don't remember, where they had it slowed down in that field where more online players were happening and it was slowed down in that. That was a little bullshit, but yeah, that was in that one part. But Ninja Theory and Microsoft, this is Hellblade 2 is coming out May 21st. It will be a digital-only release, and it's retailing. Well, it's going to be on Xbox and PC only as well. It's not going to be on PlayStation or anything. So don't worry. It's going to be a digital-only release, and it's only retailing for $50 because it's supposed to be what? 8 to 10 hour game or something like that. I forgot how many hours it is. It's not going to be super long, but it's going to be long enough. At $50? Good luck at seeing that price for a lot of AAA games and stuff like that out there. And trust me, this looks like a AAA game. I know they don't like to call it a AAA game because they like AAA games to be called because, oh, not only that, they're making tons of money and this and that, and there's tons of these stupid rules. But, hey, I could say this is a definite AAA game to me. Uh-huh. The first one looked pretty good when I was playing it. This one looks even better. $50 or free on Game Pass. Hey, it's worth it to me. So that's coming out, again, May 21st, folks, next month. So I got to beat a lot of games before I can start playing this game. Especially I got to beat the first Hellblade. I know a lot of people say I don't have to beat the first Hellblade because it's the first one, even though it's a short game too, it's kind of wonky in a lot of its stuff. But shit, I want to get through it. I'm going to play it alongside a video run of it so I can get through it better and learn how to play it better. But I'm going to try to play and beat the first one. And then I could get into Hellblade 2. Because I want to do it. I just want to do it. I'm crazy like that. The last two news stories. I don't have that much news. Wow, isn't that surprising? The last two news stories here, folks. Just getting over the 2-hour mark here. Atari purchases Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 publishing rights for $7 million. So Atari has bought the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 publishing rights from Frontier Developments for $7 million. Why only Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? Shouldn't it be all Roller Coaster Tycoon? We'll see right here in this news story. Atari, which has a long-term Roller Coaster Tycoon licensing agreement with franchise creator Chris Saar, stated it is now the sole publisher of all the major titles within the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise, including Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, Tycoon 2, Tycoon 3, Deluxe, Joyride, Tycoon World, Tycoon Puzzle, Tycoon Touch. That's a lot of Tycoon. The hugely successful Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was developed by Frontier Developments, the UK studio behind Elite Dangerous and Zoo Tycoon, and released in 2004. It's available now on PC, Mac, iOS, Nintendo Switch. Nothing for Xbox or PlayStation? Okay. Atari stated it plans to expand digital and physical distribution and explore brand and merchandising collaborations as part of the long-term plan to bring the franchise to new heights. as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of Roller Coaster Tycoon with Chris Saar. I'm really pleased that we can unite the important and successful title in the series with the rest of the franchise, stated Wade Rosen, chairman and CEO of Atari. This is going to create new opportunities for Atari as we continue the great work done by Frontier and bring benefits to the fans of the games across the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise. Only 25 years of Roller Coaster Tycoon. That doesn't seem that long. I could have thought it would have been over 30. I don't know. 25 years, still a long time. But I thought it was a little bit. I thought it was a little bit older, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. There's more to it, but that was just the main thing I wanted to talk about. $7 million for publishing rights for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That's a lot of money. Not as much money as other games, but still a lot of money. And in final news, the next Like a Dragon will not be Yakuza Kiwami 3. I don't know why people were thinking that, but I guess that's what they're saying. Casting auditions to begin soon. For who? Extra characters? Stuff like that? Already casting, eh? No further details have been yet shared, but you could tell they're working on the next Like a Dragon, I guess. So that means they're not working on the next Judgment game, apparently. Which kind of sad to me because they put the characters from Yagami's detective agency in the Like a Dragon game, even though Yagami himself wasn't in the game. Probably due to character rights and stuff like that from the guys whatchamacallit. I forgot his what do you call it, his management side or something, but that's a shame. I'm looking at this stuff here, but well, like they're saying, it's not going to be a Kiwami 3. Yokoyama explained is translated by Gamez Talk. I'll just say that I think I'll do a Kiwami 3 at some point. I didn't even know they were going to do a Kiwami 3, but that's what he's saying. I'm sure I'll do it someday, but it's not going to be now. So basically what they're talking about is going to be a new Like a Dragon game, because this one has been very successful. So RGG Studios holding cast auditions for the new Like a Dragon game, which is definitely nothing new. As Gamitsu pointed out, the developer also held auditions for people to appear in the 2023 spinoff Like a Dragon Man Who Erased His Name. And they're very secretive over there. Within the first week of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth's sales, they sold 1 million copies, making it the fastest selling entry in the franchise to date, which is good for them. I guess they like the money that they're making from that. I guess 1 million copies is good. Yeah, so I never thought that I was, like I said, I was kind of hoping they would go back into the Judgment series at least one more time. Unless if they are thinking about how to make a new Judgment game, but it's just going to take a little longer this time. I don't know. Because they do keep teasing and showing off the secondary characters for that franchise. So I would like it if they made another Judgment, but if they're just full on effect on working on another Like a Dragon game, I don't care. I like it when they pump out new games, and they're good games. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I played a lot of it so far. I still gotta, like I said, I want to beat the Doko Island a little bit, and then I'm done with it. But I got my money's worth. I got my time's worth out of it, and I love their characters and character stories and the whole stories all together that they come up with, and it's gonna be good when they make another one. And if eventually they make another Judgment game down the road, that'd be good as well. Maybe they'll make some other spin-off games in the future as well. You know, sometimes you want to give the main franchise, give the main franchise a little bit of a break once in a while. But who knows? Who knows? So that was the last bit of news that I have for you guys today for this week. I know there's probably going to be more news coming out later. Who knows? But I don't know. And thank you for being, if you're listening to this, or mostly not just watching, but listening to this, thank you for putting up with my extra nasaliness today and drone and all that stuff and how the podcast has been going, because being sick sucks. And like I said, if I could have did this a little later in the week, like on the weekend, I would, but I want to reserve this weekend for basically working on stuff around the house, outside the house. If it doesn't rain, we'll see. I felt, well, if I'm home today and I'm not working today, I felt like this would be a good opportunity to just get in a little bit of podcasting, get the podcast done, get something in there, talk a little bit. It's worked a little less than what I figured. So thank you for putting up with me, folks. And I didn't want to push back the podcast. I didn't want to do any of that. And like I said, this will be the last podcast for this time, for this month, until next month, because like I said, it's coming out. This one's coming out as you listen to this, the 15th. I would normally have one for the 29th, but no, you won't get another podcast from me until May, unless if I do another one earlier or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a double one or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes with news, stories, and stuff like that. If there's a lot of stuff to talk about, sure, I'll try to get another one out early, because I can put these out anytime I want, but I like to try to keep them on every 2-week schedule, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But again, thank you all for coming, joining me, listening to this podcast. If you guys got any comments, questions, whatever for me, feel free to post them on the comment section below the video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not and you want to email me at oldfreakygamer@gmail.com, you can email me there for any comments or questions. Let me know how you feel about the video game industry as now, what games you like, etc., etc. You know, I'd like to know what other people know. It's always good to know I'm not just the only crazy person that likes what I like and doesn't like. Maybe you understand the industry in a different way. I'd like to hear it. Otherwise, I'm not very good at tweeting, but I am also on Twitter at OldFreakyGamer. If you want to tweet me anything, at OldFreakyGamer on Twitter X, as I like to call it. I do live streams at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Friday nights. So I'm going to have 2 of those this month. So the one that you missed after this podcast, one more for you guys, and then I will be taking a little break for that because, like I said, I got the concert at that weekend, and then we'll be back with more live streams on that. And then I got my side stuff, like Let's Play, stuff like that. We'll see what Let's Play comes out this week. I know the last week one, which I'm in now, is going to be that No More Heroes 3, which I got to put up today for tomorrow. So that's it, folks. I got nothing more to say. I don't want to keep you from other podcasts. So everybody, game on, game hard, world conquest. I'm pushing this gaming button, and the show is now game over. So everybody, peace out, game over, and hopefully you're not sick like me.
The pace when I'm running,
Game
I
on.
always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Step it up, don't be scared.
That's a good game.
Enjoy your gaming.